just giving you an update on life and dieting. I've come to the conclusion I've hit a plateau with the way I'm dieting, so I'm going to have to look at how I'm eating and change a few things, because I haven't lost any weight this week. I don't think I've eaten any more than what I normally eat, so I think I'm going to have to look at what I'm eating, maybe keep a food diary and change a few things. I didn't want to go down the calorie counting route, because that's something it doesn't suit me. I prefer to try to eat smaller and less than what I would normally eat. So I just think with it being a few weeks, I can't think of anything that I probably could do better. So I've still lost the stone 1 pound. I'm still sat at 14 stone 2 pound, and for love nor money, it's a week if it's not gone by. But anyway, that's it. I did watch someone who had spoons, and they were showing you what like 100 grams of honey was, 100 grams of macadamia nuts, mayonnaise and tomato ketchup, and they had like 5 spoons in front of them, just full of little bits of stuff, and they said each one's like was it 100 calories? He said, and these are the types of things that you'll eat without thinking about it, and it's actually 500 calories. And it did make a lot of sense, because you do often put stuff on your food that you don't always think about, and that brought a bit home. So I'll have to have a look at, am I adding anything different? But we're back on the saddle, determined, onwards and upwards. This week the oldest daughter has suddenly decided she wants to grow flowers, so she's set up a flower raised beds in her garden. I thought she'd start off with a couple, but not Jenny. She's bought 10 raised beds, and she's had us there working for Friday and Saturday, getting everything sorted out. I'll insert a clip. It always looks worse before it looks better, but I've never worked so hard in ages. I thought I would have lost weight there. So we're just thinking of names we could call. I've said buttercups and clover. I think anything that has flowers in the name. And so the flowers, she was hoping that she can get cut flowers all year round for the house, and maybe do different displays and bits and pieces. But I've included a clip of it, and I'll take you along to show you how it goes, because I love flower fields, and I think they're a good way. I know there's a lady nearby, she has a flower field, and she opens it and people go and buy blooms, and they pay by the bloom, but a long way off that. I've brought this to show you. If you live in the UK, every year we go to the open gardens. It's a great way to spend an afternoon. We've been to a couple, so I've put a couple of clips in. What I like is you go to these lovely gardens, but you always come away with different ideas. It can be something quite small. So there's 2 clips. We went to one last week and one this week, and we usually do one every week all the way through it. So it's the National Garden. You can usually pick these up at garden centre, a local garden centres, and it'll have your area in. Last week's we went to, they had an art display, which I think is a really good idea if you want some original art and you don't want to pay a lot of money. But I picked up this lovely pottery vase, which I think we both looked at it and said, oh, that's lovely. Not everybody's cup of tea. They remind me of the licorice swirls. Do you remember we used to have them when we were little? Lovely. And that was £12. And I just think it's such a lovely, it reminds us of the 1970s, that sort of era. But I had lovely pictures and everything on, so I've got a little clip of that to show you. And the other day when we were out, I was walking across the road. I'm not very observant. I thought, oh, look at that piece of paper. That looks like a £10 note. And it was a £10 note. I said to me, no, pick it up. So he picked it up. He said, well, what we're going to do with it? Because, how are you going to find out who's lost that? So I said, right, let's go to the first charity shop, and we'll either find something and buy it, or we'll put it into the donation box. Anyway, I've been looking for one of these for ages, and it was like fate. found a lovely tea caddy, which I think it was exactly £10. It's even got the inside. I mean, it's not a big one, that's the size of my hand, but I just think that, look at the lovely workmanship on that, and it ends up in a charity shop. They did have the biscuit barrel, but I mean, a diet and a biscuit barrel, but I just thought that was lovely. So the £10, I got this, and the charity shop got the £10. I'm sorry for the person who lost the £10. It's awful, isn't it? I mean, if it's a big lot of money, people would know how much was there, but anybody could say they lost the £10. I couldn't think of what to do. And then went to Macclesfield, you know, I get my hair cut after I moaned about how much the haircuts will I get me go from Knutsford to Macclesfield because I can get my hair cut. It was £20 the last time, it's gone up to 22, but it's still cheaper than locally. And I love a walk around Macclesfield. There's some nice shops. Now, my husband won't buy in charity shops. He'll go in and have a look, doesn't mind. But because he was the eldest of 10, he was brought up where a lot of his clothes were from jumble sales, and that finished him. So he refuses to look at second-hand clothes, you know, traumatised from childhood. Me, on the other hand, couldn't care less. I love a good rummage in a charity shop. It's all going to a good cause. And I found these, and I went in and saw them. I mean, they're not everybody's cup of tea, but they're mine. The Hush Puppies. And I can't wear heels. How much were they? £6. I saw them, looked at them, and thought, oh, I better not. Because I know, as I say, Michael's not too keen. Did the shopping, and we're past the shop again. I went in and got them. So they were £6. And look, there's not a mark on them. So I know my husband said, oh, probably dead woman's shoes. But when you're dead, you've got no use for them. Mr. God doesn't look at your feet and go, you can't come in here, you haven't got your shoes on, does he? Anyway, I'm waffling. What we're going to do next week, we actually have quite a set routine in where we're going, what we do. So this week, I'm definitely going to have a look at the diet. What can I do differently? Do I need to reduce portions? I need to do something. I need to do something to get the ball rolling. And I know I've talked to various people and they say you do get plateaus, but then I'm watching people on Instagram, which is the wrong thing to do. And good Lord, they've lost, like, they started dieting in 2024 and they've lost something like 5 stone. I can't imagine how they've done that. What are they eating? How do they never cave in? But anyway, if you're on a diet, stick to it. I'm not letting this put me off. I've got till May next year. And I've just got to keep focused and keep going and do the best I can. Maybe now that I'm doing a bit work outside in the garden, who knows, I could lose a bit there. So I'll string together a few clips of, it's all garden related, isn't it? I wish I could cook, but I'm a really bad cook. I'm a much better eater than I am a cooker. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall speak to you later. Have a lovely week. And keep on dieting. I'm here at the daughter's and we're starting a project. We're gonna start growing some flowers, and these are the beds that we're going to use in part of the back garden. So I've got quite a bit of work to do. Got some gravel and some soil, and we're going to fill all the beds and then gravel between them. So we'll keep you updated with everything we do, and we'll show you when all the flowers come up. So this is the first part, and there's Lily, who's not going to weigh up them. Don't you weigh up them, Lily. No weighing. We don't want wee flowers. So this is stage 1. Jenny's put all the beds up. She's already done these, all the construction. And then the next step is she's just done this arch and the hedge to keep it separate from the rest of the garden. And we'll keep you updated with how everything goes. So Jenny, how much were the beds each and where did you get them from?
Amazon 35 each, I think.
So the Amazon £35 each, just in case you wanted to get the same. How easy was it to put up?
Probably like 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes to put each one up. So we shall see how it goes. Oh, what's that? What's that sat there? It's a dragonfly, isn't it? Sitting in the sun. So this is phase 1, and then we'll keep you up with phase 2. Okie dokie. We've called in the big guns to help move the soil. So we've started planting out. It always looks worse before it looks better, doesn't it? And we're just watering, and I've managed to, the polytunnel is all full, and I've got quite a few sweet peas out, and I put some sweet peas in one of the planters. So we're getting there. It's going to be slow. All the strawberries are in, but it's only day 1, well day 2, because Jenny did day 1 by herself. So this is my workstation where I'm busy potting, not potting. There's the start of the seed trays. We're waiting for the greenhouse to come, so they're just going in a polytunnel just now. But they're all, and Jenny's busy putting at the bottom of the beds some cardboard, some twigs, and then wetting it all down before the compost goes on. So 1 down by my calculations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 to go.